cannot believe the words that this police chief in Canada uttered out of his mouth in this press conference. Check this clip out and I'll be back with my commentary.
In the unlikely event that you find yourself the victim of a home invasion, we are urging citizens not to take matters into their own hands. While we don't want homeowners to feel powerless, we urge you to call 911 and do everything you can to keep yourself and loved ones safe until police arrive, and be the best witness possible. This could mean locking yourself in a room away from the perpetrators, hiding, fleeing the home, but don't engage unless absolutely necessary. My advice is to rely on our police service, call 911 immediately, and let us take it from there. We see more often than not when people comply that injuries are not happening, and people are not victimized in terms of injury, or in this case, unfortunately, we've seen the loss of life in some of these incidents.
Well, there you have it. This police chief basically told the citizens that if someone home invades your home, to basically hide, call 911, not actually defend your home. And if you just comply, usually there won't be injuries, right? It's crazy how it is up there in Canada. I'm in the United States, and depending on the state, normally if someone is home invading your home, you have the right to use whatever force is necessary to stop that threat, even if it's lethal force. But I've learned that in Canada, if someone home invades your home in Canada, and I'm sure there's varying laws in the different provinces, but it seems like up there, if someone breaks into your home invades your home, you cannot use any sort of force or lethal force to stop that threat, or you will be charged with a crime. That is insane. That is crazy. The fact that anyone thinks that this is okay, man, I just feel bad for the people of Canada. You can't even defend your own home, right? That's a sad situation. And you have the police chief that is literally telling the citizens, well, if you comply, usually there's no injuries. Basically, he's giving the green light to the criminals that, hey, if you break into a house, they really cannot defend themselves using lethal force without being charged with a crime. And so now you're more than likely going to have more people attempting to home invade people's homes, because guess what? The police chief came on TV and said that if you just comply, there's probably not going to be any injuries. And then you have these news stories where there's people being charged with crimes for defending their own homes. Now you're going to have people that are hesitant to defend their own homes while someone is home invading it, because they don't want to get charged with a crime for defending their own home. How crazy is that? How sick is that? How messed up is that? That this is what's going on in society, right? Where you could be charged with a crime for defending your own home. How messed up is that? They're talking about go call 911. 911, by the time 911 shows up, the police show up, guess what? They're long gone, right? Because we know these home invasions, they don't usually take a really long time. So, say the police show up in 10 minutes, right? They probably have been gone for 5 to 7 minutes at that point. You have to remember, criminals do their activities quick. They're trying to get as much stuff as quickly as possible and leave, right? So the police will probably be too late anyway, right? And remember, some criminals, even if you comply, they're still gonna injure or or unalive the people, you know, that they're victimizing. That's crazy. The laws need to change ASAP. The law should be to where you should be allowed to defend yourself using any type of force deemed necessary to stop the immediate threat, right? Just like it is in many states in the United States, right? Crazy, crazy story. Anyway, I do thank you all for watching this video. Please stay tuned for more videos.